back, part two. This is objective 2 of the HTML5 web application 98-375 exam. This is the course review by Certiport. I found it online under downloads.certiport.com, but I'm curious how old it is, so bear with me. Hopefully you guys are doing your own training outside of this video, but I just wanted to give you guys this video series to hopefully make a little bit of difference and help you guys out. So, all right, let's continue on. Scenario: Diane Prescott is a veteran web developer. She prefers to use Microsoft Expression Web when creating new websites. She has been working on updating some existing sites to comply with the new HTML5 standards. She is thrilled with the direction of the World Wide Web Consortium in reducing the complexity of existing tags, especially for displaying text. Number 1, what is the new syntax for the Doctype declaration? A, B, or C? I'm not going to read it out. Hopefully you guys can see it. And the answer, of course, is B, Doctype HTML with the exclamation mark before Doctype. All right, number 2, what does it mean when a tag has been deprecated? A, it is outdated and no longer supported. B, it has been replaced by another tag. Or C, it is new to HTML5. And of course, it is A, outdated and no longer supported. When a tag is deprecated, it is no longer supported in the latest version of HTML. However, HTML5 is backward compatible for now, so older applications with deprecated tags will still work. Number 3, if the font tag is not supported in HTML5, how is the font family for text changed? A, with cascading style sheets. B, using the font family tag. Or C, all text must be displayed as Times New Roman. And the answer is A, with CSS cascading style sheets. HTML5 is enforcing the separation of style from content. To change the look and feel of text, images, and other web content, the developer must use a CSS, a cascading style sheet. Essential details. CSS is a hypertext markup language specification developed by the World Wide Web Consortium. The style sheets include typographical information on how the page should appear, including elements such as text, font. Doctype is a declaration at the beginning of an HTML document that provides a public or system identifier for the document type. Definition, the DTD of the document. A deprecated element or attribute is one that has been outdated by newer constructs. Programming languages are subject to certain semantic rules. A program statement can be syntactically correct but semantically incorrect. A statement can be written in an acceptable form and still convey the wrong meaning. All right. Let us continue on. All right, so choose and configure HTML5 tags to display graphics. Scenario: the fourth coffee house is working to increase the number of local residents that visit their coffee house by including a map of their North Hampshire neighborhood on their website. Mark Harrington is the lead developer for the company. He has decided to use the new HTML5 Canvas element to draw the map and highlight the walking routes to the coffee house. Number 1, what is the new syntax for the Canvas tag? A, canvas name equals directions. B, canvas ID equals directions with the width and the height. C, canvas width equals 400, height equals 500. And the answer is B, canvas ID equals directions, width equals 400, height equals 500. The canvas tag must have an ID attribute to it to add to it the document object model, the DOM, and it should specify the dimensions of the canvas. So it must have an ID. Number 2, what command is used to write the drawing to the canvas? A, context move to. B, context line to. C, context stroke. And the answer is context stroke, answer C. The lined shapes and text are not actually drawn to the canvas until either the stroke or fill command is applied to the context. And number 3, how does the developer draw on the canvas? A, using a script such as JavaScript. B, using native HTML commands. Or C, inserting a previously created image. And number 3, the answer is A, using a script such as JavaScript. The developer adds an ID to the canvas element so it can reference the canvas in the JavaScript. The script is used to actually create the drawing that is displayed on the canvas. Essential details. A canvas element is an object that is used for drawing, rendering, and manipulating images and graphics in a document. SVG, or Scalable Vector Graphics, is a language for describing two-dimensional graphics in XML, allows for 3 types of graphic objects, which are vector graphic shapes, which are paths that consist of straight lines and curves, images, and text. A transformation is a modification layer that sits between the commands issued and the output on the canvas display. Commands include scale, translate, and rotate. Again, a transformation is a modification layer that sits between the commands issued and the output on the canvas display. All right, moving on. All right, so now we get to HTML5 2.3, choose and configure HTML5 tags to play media. Scenario, Coho Vineyard, located in Napa Valley, California, recently formed a partnership with a winery located along the Rhine River in Germany. The owner of Coho Vineyard just returned from a trip to Germany, where he finalized the agreement between the 2 wineries. He was amazed at the beauty of the Rhine region, which he captured with his video camera. To help highlight the new partnership, he wants to include a virtual tour of the Rhine region on the Coho website, using his video footage from the trip and a voice overlay. What is the syntax for the new HTML5 video tag? A, video with a closed video tag. B, video with the source spelled out. Or C, video with SRC. And of course, the answer is C, video SRC equals the movie name with the width and the height controls and a closing video tag. This syntax includes 1 video file with width and height attributes as well as video controls, including play, pause, and stop. Number 2, how can the developer display a static image in place of the video while the video is downloading and prior to the user selecting play? A, add a poster attribute to the video tag. B, add an image attribute to the video tag. C, add an SRC attribute. And the answer is A, add a poster attribute to the video tag. The poster attribute allows the developer to display an image when the video is not playing. 3, what optional attribute can be added to automatically start the video? A, play. B, autoplay. C, preload. And the answer is B, autoplay. The autoplay attribute starts the video as soon as it is available. All right, moving on. All right, and the scenario, well, actually, we are on HTML5 2.4. Choose and configure HTML5 tags to organize content and forms. Scenario, Lucerne Publishing is located in Ontario, Canada. Recently, the company decided to start an online magazine, and Etienne Jacques has been assigned the responsibility of creating the first web pages. Etienne plans to use the new HTML5 tags to organize the content on the page using the article, section, header, footer, and aside elements. 1. Which new tag is designed to be self-contained content? A, section, B, article, or C, header? And the answer is B, article. This tag is used for magazine or newspaper articles, blog posts, and similar content. 2. What information is generally contained in the new footer tag? A, the author of the document, copyright information, links to terms of use and contact information. B, citations and footnotes. C, headings, subheadings, version information, and navigational controls. And the answer, of course, is A, the author of the document, copyright information, links to terms of use, and contact information. Number 3, Which tag is used to display multiple levels of headings and subheadings? A, header, B, H group, C, section. And the answer is B, H group. This tag can contain several headings and subheadings that range from H1 to H6. Essential details, we already saw that, a deprecated element. Programming language can contain semantic, we already read that. The section tag defines sections in a document such as chapters, headers, and footers. The header tag specifies an introduction of or a group of navigation elements for a document. So again, the header doesn't have to be, what's the right word? Just on the top of the page. You have a header for each section, right? All right, so let's move on. All right, now we are on build the user interface by using HTML5 2.5. Choose and configure HTML5 tags for input and validation. Scenario, AdventureWorks has a website that allows users to leave reviews of their recent trips to the AdventureWorks playland. The webmaster, Michio, has noticed that some of the reviews from the site have invalid email addresses, and sometimes even the required fields are left empty. She decides that it is time to update this page with the new HTML5 tags, which will solve both of these problems. Number one, what is the format for the HTML5 tag to validate an email address? A, input type equals URL with the name of email. B, input type equals text with an ID of email. C, input type equals email, name equals email. And the answer is C, input type equals email, name equals email. The new input type, email, validates the email address at the time it is entered. 2. How can Michio make the form more user-friendly? A, add placeholder text. B, add background colors. C, add images. And the answer is A, add placeholder text. This helps the user understand the expected format of the data to be entered into the input field. 3. What input attribute can she use to help the user enter a Japanese postal code? Format NNN-NNNN. A, pattern equals quote backslash D3 dash backslash D4. I'll just let you guys kind of look at that. Then they got B, mask, and then C, postal code. And the answer is A, pattern equals. The pattern attribute allows you to supply a format for the input field. So as we're seeing, it's got a quote on both sides, got a backslash with a D, and then a curly brace with a 3 in it, closing curly brace, dash, backward slash, D, curly brace 4, curly brace close, with the quote closing. So interesting. So I guess what they're showing, and this is something that I don't know it yet, but they're showing the 3 and the 4, so it must be a we have NNN and then NNNN. Anyway, moving on, you guys. Let's go on to the essential details. A name value pair within a tagged element in markup language, such as SGML and HTML, that modify certain features of the element is called an attribute. So it's a name value pair within a tagged element is called an attribute. Validation is the process of analyzing data to determine whether it conforms to predetermined completeness and consistency parameters. All right, and that finishes objective 2, and that finishes up our video, and we will see you in the next video, objective 3. All right, you guys, we'll see you in a little bit.